We're always hearing about where to invest our money. Stocks, real estate, the next big crypto coin. But what if I told you that the single greatest, highest return investment you will ever make has absolutely nothing to do with any of those?
So just forget the markets for a second. The most valuable asset you have, the one with truly exponential growth potential, isn't something you can buy on an exchange.
That's it. It's you. And that simple idea, it's unbelievably powerful. If you want to fundamentally change your life, your career, your health, your happiness, the investment has to start from the inside out.
Okay, so think of yourself like a computer, right? You're the core asset, and if you want better outputs, better results in your life, you've got to upgrade your own personal operating system first. So, how do we actually do that? Here's how we're going to tackle this. We're going to break it down into 3 distinct investment portfolios. But forget stocks and bonds. We're talking about investing in your skills, your time, and your tools. All right, let's dive into our first portfolio, your mind and skills. This is all about upgrading the software that runs your entire life. In this one, we're making 3 key deposits: getting a seriously valuable skill, giving your mental OS a much-needed tune-up, and really truly understanding the language of money.
Look, buying a course for a specialized skill, that is not an expense. It is you buying an asset. You buy it once, whether it's coding, sales, digital marketing, you name it, and boom, it pays you dividends for years and years in salary bumps and new opportunities.
I mean, seriously, think about this for a second. We will drop $1,000 on a new phone without even blinking. But what about putting that same money into a therapist or a coach or even a meditation retreat? Upgrading your own mental clarity provides a return that is infinitely higher. This is a big one. You have to master money, because if you don't, you'll spend your whole life chasing it. Learning the fundamentals, like budgeting, what index funds are, how debt actually works, it's just non-negotiable. This is the investment that lets your money finally start working for you. Okay, moving on to portfolio number 2, your time and energy. Look, these are the 2 things you can never ever get more of, and where you decide to put them, well, that determines pretty much everything. So here, we're looking at 4 really strategic investments: clawing back your time, optimizing your recovery through sleep, focusing your efforts with something called deep work, and protecting your energy by mastering the power of no. Let's talk about buying back your time. The cost of outsourcing those tasks you absolutely hate, like cleaning the house or doing tedious data entry, it is tiny compared to the value of what you can do with that time you just freed up. Your focused, high-level thinking is worth so much more. And sleep, sleep is not a luxury. It is your ultimate performance-enhancing tool. So spending money on a great mattress or some blackout curtains, that's a direct investment in your energy, your memory, and your mood for the next day. It's a game changer. And then there's the magic of deep work. It's this one simple habit: 1 hour, no distractions, total focus on your most important task. This is what separates people who are just busy from those who are actually getting things done and building incredible momentum. Which brings us to a really critical idea. Every single time you say yes to some random request that doesn't move you forward, you are, by default, saying no to your own goals. Protecting your focus is one of the most vital investments you can make. All right, our final portfolio, number 3, is all about your tools and resources. Think of these as the external assets that just turbocharge all that internal growth. And in this bucket, we're talking about 3 things: the people you surround yourself with, the gear you use every day, and the cash you have ready for when a big move presents itself. You've probably heard this before, but it's so true. Your network can seriously influence your net worth. Just investing your time to connect with people who are already where you want to be, that's priceless. Their advice and insights can literally change your entire path. And listen, if your job relies on certain tools, a fast computer, a good chair, whatever, get the best you can afford. Don't cheap out, because fighting with slow, clunky tools is just a creativity and productivity killer. The right tool pays for itself almost instantly. So, we all know about having an emergency fund, right, for when things go wrong. But what about an opportunity fund for when things go right? This is money you have ready to jump on a game-changing opportunity, a limited spot in a mentorship, a chance to launch a business. It lets you turn a maybe into a definite yes. So what happens when you put all of this together? When you combine these 3 portfolios, your mind, your time, and your tools, what does that final return on investment actually look like?
The return here isn't just a little bit better, it is exponential. We're talking about a potential 10x improvement. The person you could be in a year with these consistent investments is in a totally different league from who you are today.
So if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. The highest return investment isn't a stock, it isn't a bond, it isn't a piece of real estate. It's you. It has always been you.
And that leaves us with one last really important question. So looking at everything we just talked about, from new skills to better sleep to your network, what's the very first deposit you're going to make in yourself? Starting like right now.
Subscribe and hit the like button for more deep dive like this. Tell us what you think in the comment section.